Whoa MG, it's time for my latest Halloween project, a rainbow mummy cake. Here is the hilarious mock-up I did in PowerPoint. Again, no real Photoshop skills. I break up the cake decorating process by what I can prepare the night before and then the day of. In this video, I use my lemon cake video recipe to bake a 9x13 sheet cake. I'll link that below so the video doesn't get too long. To make the eyes, roll out 2 colors of fondant with a rolling pin. I chose purple and white. I use saran wrap and a mix of cutters and piping tips to cut out the pieces. The reason I use saran wrap is because I want the eyes to be curved on the edges. This makes them more three-dimensional so they will stand out when being wrapped. This is different than the eyes I made for my Frankenstein cake that you can check out in my last video. The purple is about 1/4 inch thick. Same as before, place the saran wrap. Then use a cookie cutter to cut out the larger part of the eyes. I assemble all of the pieces, but I don't need water to adhere it because it's super tacky from the food coloring I just added. You can make any shape mouth using any color, but I decide to go with purple to match the eyes. The day of decorating the cake, I roll out the white fondant and cut them to make bandages. I do this the day of decorating so the pieces don't dry out. I wanted to test out this fondant cutter because I'm going to make a pie soon and would like to save time if I can. For me, it's okay that they're different sizes to give it cuteness and character. Underneath the mummy bandages, I wanted to build a pastel rainbow base. This is Swiss meringue buttercream that I'm using to make these different colors. My buttercream recipe is the first video I made on YouTube, so check that out if you need a recipe. I'll also link it below. This coloring that I'm using today is super watery, but it's pretty concentrated. It doesn't seem to fight the fat and blends pretty well. I love how true the color is. Mix, mix, mix. Now let's decorate. To start, make sure the sheet cake is cooled. I crumb coat to lock in any crumbs. I do this by applying a very thin layer of buttercream. And I know I mention this tip each time, but I always recommend to decorate the bottom of the cake as the top to get a really sharp edge and corners. Refrigerate for at least 5 minutes. Then I frost the cake with white buttercream to start that canvas. Again, I place it in the fridge for at least 5 minutes to let the buttercream firm up. Now for the rainbow. I don't think there's a wrong way to frost here. I start from top to bottom and build up. I just add a row at a time so the colors stay separate. Add the eyes. Ooh, it's spooky already. Then add the banded stripes to the mummy randomly. I cut off the edges in some spots and fold over the edges in other spots. I'm trying to reduce any extra bulkiness. I think the more character, the better with the bandages. For the final touches, I add a mouth and a couple scary little spider sprinkles. Decorating success. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below or DM me at RoxStarBakes on my Instagram. See you next Saturday. Bye.